Well, I was impressed that some of the guys that I thought were going to be cold weren't cold. Especially the Latin guys. They came out and played well. FREIMAN's been doing it all spring. Had a big 2-run homer early. Set the table. We just stayed on top and continued the game.
For a young team, you guys seemed to show a lot of plate discipline tonight. I mean, you were taking their starter really deep into pitch counts, and I think he had like 69 pitches in just 3 innings.
Yeah, well, for the first 3 starts, our stars are going to be going about 85 pitches, and he hit right at 69, right through 6. So we just figured that was enough for him, and let the bullpen go to work.
Overall, if you could talk about Nick's performance tonight, what did you like about him?
He attacked the strike zone. He worked ahead of the count most of the night. He kept the hitters off balance and just attacked the zone. And that was a big key for him tonight. Just staying in there, staying inside on the hitters, because it's pretty tough to get the bat out on these types of conditions.
You had to like the way that when they got their first batter on, and you guys immediately got him in a rundown, a pretty intricate rundown, and pulled it off pretty well.
Yeah, well, we preach 1 out or less, or 1 throw or less, and so it happened to be 4, but we were on the good side of that, so it worked out.
Offensively, particularly in the second inning, some big hits, big 2-out hits to get the guys going, the bats going.
Yeah, that was impressive. We always preach on getting good quality at bats with 2 outs, especially with runners in scoring position. And Valdez and came through there. Also, Bo had a good at bat to for that triple. But they battled, and we've been preaching, to just stay aggressive. Even though you're 3-2, you're still looking to put the ball in play, and we did.
Jason went out of the game after that. What's his status?
Well, he pulled a hamstring. It's not severe. It's a little pull, but I don't think it's going to be any sort of long, lengthy type of DL candidate or anything like that. So just a few days, maybe to get him back. But he didn't feel anything kind of pull or anything. So that's a good thing.
Can you talk about the atmosphere of opening day and what that was like for this group of players and you?
Well, it was funny because I was telling Torney, the hitting coach, that I've never been a part of a 7,000, crowd tonight, especially in A-ball. And the last time I played in something like that was probably in AAA back in 06. So it was a great atmosphere. The fans were into it. A little cold, but they stuck around and it was fun to watch.
You talk about that second inning. How much do you think that really relaxed the guys to be able to get on top, have a comfortable lead early?
Well, it's morale. They got the morale up after that 2-out hit, and then obviously when FREIMAN, got that 2-run homer, it just put everything in sync for us at the time.
And of course, anytime you can play error-free is always a good night from a manager standpoint.
Absolutely, I appreciate these guys day in and day out, especially in spring training, how pitching and defense win these games, and knowing that hitting is going to come and go, but pitching and defense will always win games, and that was the way we want to play. Defensively, we played well, and pitching, we attacked the strike zone tonight.
Yeah, just first thing, I just wanted to throw strikes because I knew, it was cold out, and it's tough to swing in the cold, so I just didn't want to, give more runners on base than they had to be, so I wanted to make them swing the bat, and my teammates made a lot of plays for me today.
At 75 pitches, a good first outing, especially to go as deep as you did. And how do you feel about that?
It was good, definitely, to have a good start to the year, and mainly just wanted to come out and just wanted to try and work on a couple things, and I was able to get a couple. I knew they were aggressive coming in, and I was able to just get a couple first pitch swing and kind of help me out for later in the game.
What were some of the pitches that you had going for you tonight?
I had my fastball, my sinker. I threw it mainly probably 80% of the time, and until they, if they were beating it, then I'd switch it. But I was able to get outs with it, get a lot of ground balls with it, so I stayed with it the whole game.
Talk about the atmosphere, being back here in Fort Wayne, and kind of how the guys dealt with the cold.
Oh, it was awesome. Coming out there, you knew it was going to be a strong showing, even in the cold, and we were able to, get them a win. And it's a great place to pitch, and it's an awesome ballpark. And like I said before, it's an awesome park, makes you play better. And the cold, it's going to be cold, and it's cold for both sides. So we just dealt with it, and we were able to get a win.
First of all, it was the biggest crowd I've ever played in front of. That's been my own home crowd. Played in front of crowds like that on the road that have been cheering against us. But to have that many people on our side was a blast. To win the first game after last season, to start off strong, was great. And it's nice to get a couple hits, too.
Yeah, walk me through that at bat, because that ball, I don't know if it's landed yet.
Well, it was the first pitch. He threw me a bunch of sliders the first at bat, so I was ready for it. Luckily, I got a pitch to hit. put a good swing on it. I've done a lot of work in the last 3 days with our hitting coach, Torney, and I was using a new swing, a little bit of a new load tonight. Felt really comfortable with it.
So is it safe to say you kind of enjoyed your first experience at Parkview Field?
Absolutely. Tonight was a blast. Couldn't have been any more fun.
So tell me how much of a pick-me-up that is when you score, have a 4-run inning right off, for that early in the game, and what that does for everybody to settle everybody down.
I wasn't cold anymore after that inning. Everyone warmed up real quick once we got 4 runs on the board. So that was a lot of fun. Once you get ahead a little bit, it makes you feel pretty good.
Nick was doing a nice job on the
He's really good. He's kind of a little lefty, but he can pitch. He pitched all last summer in Eugene. He got bumped up to Fort Wayne, opening day guy. We all knew we were going to get a great outing for him. The key was to put some runs up on our side to support him.
Yeah. You told me the other day you don't call yourself a home run hitter, but then you came right up and hit one in the first game. So.
I'm still not a home run hitter. Who knows when the next one will be? Just try to hit the ball hard, and what happens will happen.
It's more about the kind of swings you have and the kind of contact that you make. How did
Exactly.
you feel about that throughout the night?
I felt like I was seeing the ball well. A lot of that is because of the work I've done with Torty. I'm going to keep doing early work in the cage, working on the swing, working on the approach. Hopefully take more good swings soon.
Was it at all a kind of a shock after the weather you guys came into Fort Wayne to? Was it kind of a shock to go on the field tonight to about 37 degrees?
Is that what it was? 37?
Something like that.
I'm from Boston, so luckily I've grown up with this kind of weather. So it was almost felt like being back home tonight.